How can you make money on Etsy without running ads? That was probably the most requested video, and I'm ready to share. So there are things that you can do: social media, TikTok, Instagram, all of this, Reddit. I mean, the list is long, but one of the things that bring the best results fastest is newsletters. And I know it sounds outdated. I know it sounds like you get too many newsletters yourself. I know. But let me tell you that most of my clients generate 30 to 40% of their sales through newsletters. And we run Facebook ads for them. We run Google ads for them. But those things are expensive, and newsletters are way more cheap, and the results can be crazy. So, in this video, I don't want you to just hear me, oh, make newsletters. I want to share with you an actual strategy that you can follow and get sales. So, one of the ways, and because I know that my audience here are usually people that are creating digital products, is to get newsletter subscribers through freebies. Now, to get those subscribers, you need to post on social media, you need to post on Reddit, on Facebook groups, things like that. You can also use Facebook ads to generate leads. You can also even use your Etsy shop to get those newsletter subscribers. Because the truth is, and you know this, first of all, Etsy could close tomorrow. Second, at some point, if you're serious about this, you will want your own shop, your own website. And honestly, Etsy is great to start, but it's pretty horrible in the long run. I mean, your competitors see exactly what you're doing. Most people there are trying to steal your business and steal your ideas. I've seen that. I've seen how people copy my products as soon as they see how much money I'm making from them. And I get it, it makes sense. But that's exactly why you want your website instead, because then your competition is a little bit different. So let's get started with the newsletter strategy. So the first thing is we need to create a freebie. Now, it's incredibly important that your freebie, now it's going to sound horrible, is worse than your product that you're going to sell. But the thing is that you need to think about your freebie after you know which product you're going to sell. So first thing, you think about the product you want to sell. Then you think about the problems that people are facing. And then you give people a freebie that's a snippet of the actual product you're selling. If your freebie is not that great, nobody's going to sign up. But if your freebie is too good, nobody's going to buy your product. One of the ways to kind of go around it is when you sell a bundle. So for example, you give them a freebie. So let's say I give one sheet, and I sell the whole spreadsheet, to people that want to buy it. Maybe I give them a discount, something like that. That's an example. Another example is I give away this spreadsheet and then I sell them a bundle of different spreadsheets. So they would get a newsletter spreadsheet, but they would also get content creation spreadsheet, business tracker, expense tracker, and so on. Okay? Or let's say this one is a very basic spreadsheet, but the next one is going to be automated. So I need to think about that, because once I start writing here my newsletters, I need to be very clear of what my value proposition is going to be and what I'm so sorry, I'm so sick. And what I'm going to sell. So the first thing, we are going to go and get the first freebie, and then we're going to tell them the reason why they should stay subscribed to the newsletter. So basically, your first letter is incredibly important because you want people to open it, but then you also want to tell them why they should open the next one. And incredibly important to make sure that they open the first newsletter is because then you avoid this thing, which is that your emails are going to spam instead of the inbox. I got this question today from one of my clients that I don't do newsletters for them. I do Facebook ads for them. And they asked me, how come all of their newsletters are going to spam? And now there's a couple of reasons why that could have happened. For example, you can have spam triggering words, but the thing with them is that they collected the emails for a year and they didn't really send any newsletters. And the newsletters they sent, the first ones, weren't that attractive. So people didn't really open the first 2 newsletters, and then for Gmail, that's a sign that your newsletters are bad. And people always try to find different excuses, but the truth is that if your headlines aren't good or the offer isn't good enough for people to actually open it, it's gonna get lost. So we want to make sure that especially the first 2 letters are the ones that people want to open. And the way to do it is, the easiest way is to have 2 freebies actually. And so here we have a freebie. So this is the first day we're sending it. And then we also tell them why they should stay subscribed. Then the next day we have a freebie and we tell them that tomorrow there's gonna be a special discount only for newsletter subscribers. Now, either of these strategies, you do need to keep in mind that you want to do some testing. So for example, you would test whether the first freebie is more tempting for people or the second one. You would also test if, the sale is the right time. Maybe here you just introduce the product, but you do want to start talking about your product quick. You don't want to be one of those people that are just giving freebies away every day. It's not gonna work. The time when people subscribe to your newsletter, that's when they're the warmest audience. After that, a couple of weeks later, they're not as interested in you anymore. That's the truth. So this is the reason why we have 14 newsletters, which is, I know, sounds crazy, but it works. I tested it. I heard it from, I'm gonna link that podcast in the description. It's from Side Hustle Show the first time, and I was very skeptical because it does seem like a lot. It is a lot, but it works, and that's what matters. So then we have the second one. Now as promised, we have the discount for them, and we make sure that they know, so this is a specific product. This is the product we wanted to sell, and we want to make sure that they know that this discount is not available for other people. So, even if you have YouTube discounts or Facebook ads discounts or anything else, newsletter subscribers should get the best discount. So they want to stay subscribed to you. Now, we remind them about the discount so they don't miss out. And then we stop kind of selling for them for a little bit. Now, if you had newsletters before, if you wrote them, then I would personally include a couple of them here. So my best, the newsletters that worked the best, I would put them here. By the way, this is an automation. So that means that I'm not manually sending these personally. I just create an automation series. And so once a person subscribes, they just get these 14 letters day by day. So it's, you do this job once and then you forget about it. You test it out, you give it time, you collect more subscribers, and then you go back and make changes, try different strategies and things like that. Way more efficient than like sending new newsletter every day manually. It's just not sustainable, and we don't want this to feel like social media. So here we have to describe a pain point. So this is something, again, that I mentioned before, which is like we tell the people that we're gonna help you solve a specific problem. Here, I usually people don't just have one pain point, they have multiple ones. So that's what I do. I test it out. I see which pain point is actually the most painful. Then we have a giveaway. So we give something completely for free. But again, we use the same method where we give them a snippet and then we will sell the full product later. So an even better paid solution over here. Plus, we add customer reviews because that makes us look more trustworthy and makes it look like the product is actually better. Then we have a bundle, and we also promise them a freebie because we want them to stay with us. So they get a freebie. Then we give them some educational content. Again, this pain point and educational content or inspirational content is something you need to test out and to see what works for your audience. Then we have a sale, and we have 3 products and a special discount for a specific category. Again, I avoid sales for everything. You can do them a couple of times a year, but honestly, usually the category sales work really well. And if you are going to segment your emails, even better. Then this could be something about you, so your story. You could also add yourself, in the bottom of the email, have your signature handwritten and things like that. Little touches go a long way, but we want them to feel connected to us so they stay subscribed. Then we have another sale, and keep in mind that people, maybe they will not open each newsletter, very possible, but it gives us a nice content mix to work with, and it's not just the same thing over and over again. And then we have a reminder for the sale. Now, if you listen to all this, you probably need a newsletter planner, which I have, and I'm gonna run a pre-sale, which means that it's gonna be with a big discount. And to get that planner, you need to subscribe to my newsletter. I'm gonna leave the link below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.